What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lady Nika in with last night's episode of Greenleaf. It was season 3, episode 8. Let's get into the review, people. Now, you can start submitting ideas if you would like for our Fuck Shit Friday review, our little video of the week, where we come in, talk shit, swallow spit on topics relating from anything from entertainment to politics. You got anything you want me to discuss, send it to me. You can send it to me at the bottom of this, down in the panel section, or if you are following me on IG at Lady_Nika, you can send it to me in a DM over there. Or if you are following me over on Facebook at Nika Williams, you can send me a message with a link over there. But we will be doing that, and it is my goal that I will try to get on camera for that. I want to make sure that I at least give you guys at least one video every week where I'm on camera, since I'm not on camera oftentimes as of late, because believe it or not, I'm multitasking like a mug. Most of the times I'm doing stuff while I'm doing these reviews as well. So that's part of the reason why I'm not on camera. I will be perfecting the art of doing the voiceovers without the speaker and maybe putting in some clips every now and again, but you got to walk light with that because I ain't trying to get caught up in no copyrights and all of that shit. So changes are coming to the channel, Lady Nika, and I thank you all so much for supporting the channel and me. Almost 4 years, girls and boys. We almost been together 4 years. Well, let's get into tonight's review, or last night's review, because, child, it was a lot going on over there at them Greenleafs, okay? We got Zora done lost her complete man, and she done walked with her roller luggage onto the gate that Lady May has had locked, and she warned the guard, do not open the gate. Now she being Lady May is trying to reason with, a hard-headed ass Zora that thinks that she knows it all, baby. She 18 and ready. Do you hear me? Now you got Carissa and Jacob pulling up, and of course Mr. Guard opened up the gate. I was like, well, why didn't you just open the gate and then close it back? But okay, well anyway, they came to get Zora, and Lady May said, well, thank you for the heads up. Well, they had just arrived at the decision that they were going to actually come get her, so this supposed to have been a pop-up situation, but child, she walks past them, and we see old Isaiah pull up. And, baby, she got him popping his trunk to place her bags in his car. That's right, Miss Zora is leaving with her man, not her mom and daddy, and she ain't trying to hear nothing that her grandmother is saying to her. Now, at that same time, Charity pulls up, and she want to get a little ignorant because she see Isaiah, and she know the story. But Lady May tells her, don't. As Jacob is about to put the paws on the boy again, his slick, scary ass fakes like he's going live, so Jacob can't do much, but he don't want to incriminate himself, apparently because the parents felt a ways last time Jacob laid hands on him for disrespecting and touching Zora, right? So Lady May and Carissa is telling him to calm down, that his anger will only add more fuel to the already blazing fire. Now, that Isaiah, he a disrespectful little piece of feces. I swear to God he is, with his abusive coward ass. He calling Jacob a fat ass, calling him an old man, taunting him, talking about what you gonna do. So Jacob opted, instead of beating his ass, he gonna expose him. So he tell him, put the camera on me. And he basically tells people who are watching this live that that Isaiah is a woman beater, and warning them to stay away from him. I said, child, now that would have been a good idea if he actually was live, but that pussy pop wasn't live. He had the video on, simply recording, but he was not live, so I don't know why he decided to tell that damn lie that he did. Now, Carissa goes over to the car, because she in the car now with the boy, and she done gave her a phone to call if she needs anything ever, and she telling her, I ain't gonna trace you, I'm not gonna harass you. Zora accepted the phone, but baby, Mr. Isaiah decides to take the phone and throw it on the ground, cracking the screen, and he done drove off with Zora. Oh, Miss Zora, girl, you got some learning to do. Isaiah ain't worth the 5 inches in sweat that it took to create his ass, and you will soon learn, mama. You ain't got it yet. Now, That boy disrespectful. He done disrespected Zora's entire family. He talked sideways at your dad. He called your grandmother an old lady. He talked shit at your mama. Carissa calling Isaiah's parents after this situation goes down, saying, and they basically saying that they don't, they ain't seen him. He was there, but he ain't there. So then she decides to move into blaming Jacob and Lady May, saying that she told them they was too hard on Zora. She don't want Jacob to go with her over to Isaiah's parents' house to wait in case they come there. And she said his anger is only going to make things worse, because that's what she going to do. She even took a dig at Lady May about Faith, and that shit was rude. Lady May was upset about that, but she still offered to take her over to Isaiah's parents' house. I said, whew, baby, I ain't that kind of Christian yet. I ain't there yet, okay? So, is Charity the singing mortician assistant now? Because, child, she over there singing to comfort the folks in their time of need. And it's refreshing, to see her have doing something that makes her feel good, okay? It seems like this is working for her, okay? Later on, after she did that, you saw Percy trying to give her some money, and she's saying no, she don't want to do it. And No. I'm ahead of myself. Okay, so my question was, is Charity the singing mortician assistant now? Child, she's singing to comfort the folks at their time of needs. And it's kind of refreshing, like I said. She come rushing into Percy's place, ignored her dad. He asked what was going on. She talking about this rough morning that they done had. And she basically acted like she wasn't going to say nothing to her father. And he had to remind her, hold up, Charity, I'm still your daddy. So she had to pipe that shit down, and she ended up telling him about the Zora situation. Now, he upset no one called him, and nobody seems to want his interference in this situation, right? Now, we got Miss Rochelle Cross-Cutter, honey, and Gigi done bonded old Coralie. I think that's the lady dang that killed her husband with the hammer. They bond her out of jail, and they taking her home, child. Now, she say she just want to see her kids, because they in foster care now. Rochelle says that she would check with a friend of hers who work in child services to see if she can get old girl a visit. And Gigi is looking at her like, really? Because you know so many people. It's like, mama, you know some of everybody. But Darius wasn't they claim like you are who you say. But child, whatever. Darius ain't even who he say he is. So next, okay? Anyway, over at Isaiah's parents, Lady May and Carissa done pulled up to stake the place out in case they show back up. And Lady May let her know, let me tell you something. I did my best to get Faith back on track. And if you think otherwise, you did wrong. Carissa apologized for that comment she had made earlier and said she was upset. She's still upset, but she now knows she was out of order. May told her, look here, Carissa, let me tell you something. We think we can save our kids from everything, but sometimes that's just not the case. Well, Carissa lives in a world that clearly only she lives in because she feel like she is going to be able to save her baby girl. Carissa been playing, she been playing you for a minute. That's what I want to say. That girl been playing them for a while. She been sneaking, and at that time when this girl was going around being slick and smoking pills and all of that shit, you was so busy trying to be first lady and worrying about who all was fucking Jacob, and he was trying to be Gigi for Bishop, and that wasn't working, so he was out here slanging dick to each and everybody that he could. So, y'all kind of let this girl slip away from y'all, so, a little of that blame gonna have to rest solely on your shoulders. Eat that up, girl. Now, Jacob had gotten a text from Tasha wanting to see him, so he deleted it, but he goes over to the church, and she acting like they finna be in this secret love affair. And he told her no. He said that kiss was a mistake, and they both married, so they can't do that, and he told her that she has to stop texting him as well. And, child, she was actually her talking about she don't never win. He trying to explain to her, the girl, you cannot be acting like this. I am your boss. People will think stuff, but that what happened between us can't never happen again. And she is literally in tears upset about the situation. When old Bishop walked in, she was crying and saying, like I said, nothing ever works for her. Bishop came in and he was, wondering what the hell what he walked in on. And Jacob lies and claiming that he was counseling her because she had just lost a loved one or somebody like that. Now Bishop looking like he didn't fully believe it, but what Jacob was telling him. But he there to discuss Zora running off with Isaiah. So he not gonna really just call him out on what he thinking right now. So he let that shit go, and him and Jacob go off to talk in his office. But he tell Rochelle he gonna have to talk to her later. Child sister Skanks was upset, hunting. She thought she was about to be with Jacob. But how, when you are part of the plan that your husband and his sister Rochelle cross cutter is concocting to take the whole Greenleaf family down? So how was that gonna work, girl? Anyway, she's so upset, honey. We see her later on in the episode quit her position at the church. And Jacob didn't want her to go. He was trying to apologize for how he had spoken with her earlier. And, she was just basically like, it's okay. I should have left when Basie left. And, baby, she tells him that I'm sorry for everything. Now, he's sitting there trying to figure out what she's talking about. But I said, you'll find out soon enough. Now, child, over at the Calvary, D.A. Price is in Grace's office waiting on her ass when her and Rochelle walk up. So she tell Rochelle, hold on a minute, let me deal with him. She go in and he said, I warned you to leave us alone. Now, we willing to offer her second-degree murder with 20 years, and she can be out in about 15. Grace ain't trying to hear that, so he says, you keep this mess going, might not be so good for you. He said, what if the people found out that you went to your uncle's place that night and he asked you to leave and he ended up dead? He basically said, look, I know your uncle was a piece of shit, but I let you live after you killed him. Not so much in defense as you say. Keep messing with this case, and a new case may be built on you. And how would it look if new evidence surfaced proving that you not only went there to start shit with this man, but he asked you to leave, and you not the victim that you had claimed, but in fact you was the culprit? She stuck with her self-defense theory, honey. But he said in the court of public opinion, she may be seen now, if this evidence come out, as a killer who is helping another killer trying to go get off. And he leave her with it. Now, Rochelle cross cutter, honey, was out in the hallway waiting, as I said. So when the DA left, she came in and asked what he wanted, and Gigi said not a thing. I guess she's not dealing with that today, honey. Now, they take Miss Coralie, the lady, later on to see a lawyer who acted like he didn't want to do no work. He pushing for Cora to accept that plea deal offered by the prosecution, where she'll be sentenced to 20 years and can be out in possibly 15. She not feeling it because of her kids. They gonna be grown in 15 years. He wanted an answer right then and there, and Grace told him, you can't give her some time to even consider this here. He told her, he said, I'll give her until tomorrow, but she gonna have to come up with a decision by then. And he warned her, the judge on this case is not a proponent for the Me Too movement. He don't give a damn about no victim abuse. Okay? I said, damn. That was kind of crazy, child. Next thing we know, we see that Rochelle has gotten this woman a visit with her children, which was a good thing. I'm glad that she was able to get her over there to see her children or whatnot. But see now, when the lady go over there in the area to talk to her children or whatnot, Gigi is basically looking at her like, how you able to do all of this? And old girl said, you still don't trust me, huh? She said, well, let me tell you, I used to deal with the Big Sister program. And Gigi was like, oh, okay, me too. She said, actually, I was a mentor, and I got four girls out here. And from time to time, when I need a little help, I don't mind calling in on them. She said, Grace, let me tell you something. You and I are basically just alike. We, no matter how successful we become in life, we still find ourselves feeling for the man who, the broken person, basically. We find ourselves championing the cause of the person who is going through it. And we tend to sometimes even go after those people who cause these people to have such a breakdown in their life, okay? Mm-mm. I said, oh, okay, whatever, girl. Um, Basically, Grace told her, girl, that sounds somewhat like revenge to me. And she said that, it ain't necessarily revenge, it's more like justice. I said, oh, it's something wrong with Miss Crosscutter, honey. She is doing the most. I don't like Crosscutter because I already know that she cutthroat, and I know that she there to cause division in that family, and I'm not okay with that. I ain't never okay with a woman being able to come into a family of folks and cause this kind of dissension amongst them. Now, I don't know if Gigi paying attention to this girl the way she should, but that girl just told you who she is. I hope she listened. That woman just basically, now we don't know a whole lot about old Miss Coochie Cross, honey, as random TV reviews call her, but we do know this. We know that she ain't on the up and up, and we know that she is there to destroy the Greenleaf family. So I don't know. I hope Gigi is paying attention to this. Now, child, we see Charity over there just consoling, and being of comfort to those who have lost their loved ones. And later on, Percy then tries to pay her, and she don't want that. He then offers her to mentor her to take over his business one day after he gone. Charity says she ain't strong enough to do that daily, but thanks him for thanking her. If you ask me, Charity's stronger than she actually thinks she is. You can't go through all this shit without being that way. Now, let's go back over to the Bishop and Jacob conversation, because we never got into that, okay? Basically, he wants to talk about Zora leaving with this boy, and he making suggestions on how to get Zora back. And Jacob has to tell him she 18 and we can't have him arrested. Basically, we can't do anything about it because they two consenting adults. Jacob then tells him to just go on back over to Percy, go to the church, dad, go somewhere, but just I ain't got time to be focused on trying to make sure that you have a big part in all of this right now. Child, just disrespectful. And Bishop said, no matter what going on between me and your mom, I'm still your daddy. And when you remember that, you give me a call. And he also told him, I see why Carissa didn't want you going over there to that girl's parents' house, that boy's parents' house, because you will cause more problems for yourself than it doing any good. Now, Jacob, in my opinion, did go too far because the man and the mama may be going through it, but you never supposed to lose respect for your parents. Never. Jacob is not one to judge anyway because the apple don't fall far from the tree. Now we see Isaiah and Zora pull up to the parents' house. And Lady Mae was about to get out to go talk to Zora with Carissa, but Carissa asked her to let her do that alone. Child, she go up to the car, knock on the window, and when Zora let it down, she said, you can't be here. He gonna be mad if he comes out and see you. Now, that let me know right there, this little niglet ain't right. So, Zora, what are you doing, baby? Carissa said, can I just need to talk to you just a minute. So she tell her, go ahead, hurry up. She goes into this spiel about when you was born, I knew you would want to be out in this world with those big old brown eyes, and I did all I could to prepare you. Zora said, that's what I'm doing right now, Mama. I got me. No, you really don't, Mama. Carissa apologizes for how she was raised if it made her want to run away now. And she tell her, Zora, I'm going to give you one more chance. You can get out this car right now and come with me and we can work out whatever it is that's been going on that makes you feel so unhappy. But if you don't come with me, you're going to be on your own, meaning that whatever come your way, you're going to have to deal with it. You will have nobody but God. And to be honest with you right now, He's a little bit stronger than me. Of course, we know Zora opted to stay with that boy, and Carissa walked away. But notice Zora was crying because something in her know that what she doing right now is a bad idea. And that boy, that pull that boy got on her is stronger than the love that she should have for herself. Ain't that sad, y'all? Child Lady May done changed all the gate codes and locks, and the bishop is upset because he trying to get in. When he finally get in, he upset with me because he said he's still the head of the household, and she said, no, you're not. He upset that he was not informed of Zora's departure, and he mad she didn't bother to get up and call him. And she said that, look, I got my own stuff to deal with, including our children. I ain't got time to necessarily pick up no phone and call you to let you know what's going on with your family. She said, James, had you waited and allowed me to find the strength to forgive you, we would be a unit right now. We wouldn't be like how we are right now. He said, I just want them to know that I'm still here. And she said, they know that, James. And if it means anything to you, you got my sympathy. Baby, what she say that for? Girl, he gruffed at her sympathies as if to say, your sympathies, bump your sympathies. And he walked off. Now, I felt like what she was saying is, look, I know I walk around here like you don't even exist no more, but I still have feelings for you. And right now, this feeling that I'm feeling the most for you is sympathy. Basically saying that there's a possibility for us later on. If nothing more, I can learn to forgive you. But Bishop ain't trying to hear that, and he act like he's not complicit in how his relationship has fallen apart. We see Jacob go home to a Carissa who is going through photos of Zora, and clearly she upset. She says, our little girl is gone, Jacob. He go over there to comfort her, and she just walked away, giving us season 1 cold-ass Carissa, which kind of make you understand why sometimes he do the things he do, even though it ain't right. Grace goes home. Child, she exhausted. Sophia come to her telling her that she don't want to go to a Christian school because earlier in the episode she had got a letter from her boyfriend. It was a collage of pictures of them together in front of the school, and he was also saying he missed her. So now she done decided since she's done with the church and God, no need for her to go to a Christian school. So Grace so exhausted, she just say, okay. She said, fine, but you still going to college. And that girl said, but Zora don't have to go to school. And Grace reminded her, and you ain't Zora either. Sophia must realize Grace was not bending on that going to college stuff, so she left that alone. I said, be glad she said that you ain't got to go to a Christian school. Walk light. Don't mess yourself up, child. Now, the final scene of the night took us to Bishop sitting outside Percy's house on the porch and whatnot, deep in thought. Because I think he's more affected now than he thought about divorcing May and how his family ties are slowly being severed. And Percy come out there and remind him, in life you got choices. And that leads us to Bishop taking it to the only friend that he got in this world, and that's God. And that brings us to the end of the review for Greenleaf Season 3, Episode 8. Y'all get down in the panty section and let me know your thoughts and opinions on last night's episode. Also, if you have any links or stories or anything you want to talk about for Fuck Shit Friday, possibly Shit Talking Saturday if I can't get it up, because tomorrow's a long day for me, please put it down below or contact me on my social media sites with your ideas, and we'll take it from there. Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please rate the video ratings. Get me recognized on the YT streets. Comment down in the panty section. Tell me what you thought about last night's episode. And let me know if you got any thoughts for our Fuck Shit Friday or Shit Talking Saturday video. Subscribe to the channel for the free 99 and also hit your notification bell so that each and every time I'm on the YT street spitting it or I'm going live from this platform, you'll be notified and you can come over and join in the conversation. Thank you all for your support, honey. Thank you so much for supporting me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, Black and Crew coming too. I might jump that on up in that Fuck Shit Friday or Shit Talking Saturday, because it was not a lot that went on Black and Crew last night. And I don't know. I'm still in prayer for whether or not I'm going to do a separate video or just drop it on Fuck Shit Friday or Shit Talking Saturday. Y'all have a good remainder to your Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not tomorrow, you will see me Saturday. Peace.